We are talking about how to jumpstart your creativity, basically, how to be more creative in 2020. First off is, if you happen to be into design, check out Dave Clayton's new book. Dave Clayton's got a brand new book. It's called How Do I Do That in InDesign? It is awesome. Dave is awesome. And whoop, boom, there it is right there. So go check it out. It is on Amazon and wherever fine books are sold, Barnes & Noble and all those great places. So go check it out. Dave's brand new book. It is so good. So good. Next, I did want to mention, so Mark gave us a code earlier for a 50% discount off of his already discounted course. So it's an incredible deal. There it is right there. And that's at your website?
It's on my website. Go to, store there and you'll see it.
So just go to marcsilber.com?
Silber Studios.
Or Silber Studios.
Silberstudios.com. I think it's on the screen there.
All right. And then the code is the word GRID in all caps.
All caps.
GRID, and that will get you the 50%
You get $70 off of it.
So Mark Heaps, let me tell you about Mark Heaps. Can I tell you about Mark Heaps? You know Mark Heaps?
I don't.
You should know Mark Heaps.
Okay.
Number one.
Nice name.
Super guy, Photoshop wizard, incredible bass player. He's a really interesting guy to know.
Okay, those
really,
are good
really
things.
good guy. He says the best tip for creativity, learn how to be an inspired person. Look for reasons to be inspired about other things. All these pros will talk passionately about almost anything they've learned. They love learning. He's true. There's Mark right there.
Yeah. They love learning. That's what
Look
I was
at that.
saying.
Design plus communication specialist. That is him.
Yeah.
And he looks cool too. He's got a cool look.
It's a cool look.
He's got a cool vibe.
He's got the glasses.
He looks like he could surf.
It's a Blues Brothers look.
He is a Blues
You
Brothers
know, with a
look,
beard.
With the sunglasses and the beard. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Mark.
We got a
that is good.
comment from Kevin saying there's a feeling of composition intent I get when I'm holding it. I hold a camera that I do not get when I use my phone. For me.
You know, Kevin, I would have to agree on...
I know what he's talking about.
I'm used to looking through a viewfinder, but I will tell you, since I went with my mirrorless camera, and I wind up shooting...
It's a rewiring.
Live view more, like when I'm on a tripod, because I've been doing a lot of landscape and stuff. I don't have that issue that I used to have. And I think it is a learned thing. Like you get really comfortable with composing inside the viewfinder.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting much more... But I think it's because of my EOS mirrorless is why I am more comfortable.
I think it's a mindset too.
It is. It's a mindset.
You have to lock into it because you go, okay, let's face it. There's many different kinds of cameras you can shoot with, and it's just a tool. But if you view it like I'm being a photographer, I'm in the zone. I'm going to use my iPhone. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to use a Hasselblad. What's the difference? It's just a different
The
tool.
Hasselblad's really hard to use.
It's heavy, and you got to go develop.
You better
the phone.
know your modes.
And you got to know your
settings, and you better know your.
But the point is, that you do have to get in the zone and not just be a snapshot.
No, you're right.
And I think that's where maybe with that scenario, just give it a couple times where you go out and you don't take your camera, but you go with the intent of being a photographer, because I think that's what it comes down to.
Intent.
I used to, and even when I hand it to photographers, you hand your camera, they kind of just point it up and hit the button. And then there's other photographers
because they dismiss it. Oh, it's just my phone.
Yeah.
It's not my real camera.
They're using it as a snapshot tool, right? They're using it as just a recording history snapshot.
Yeah.
But how we use our cameras is we have intent with it, where we're composing, we're making sure we have the shot. If you start doing that with your phone, it'll be just like your DSLR.
Hey, in Calibra's iPhone courses, the first thing she says, one of my biggest tips is intent.
Intent.
If you start to think of it as a real camera and you treat it as a real camera, you will take real shots. But if you dismiss it, if you just go, oh, it's just, it's not my real camera, so it doesn't matter what it looks like, you're going to wind up with that kind of photo.
I think this leads us into probably one of the biggest tips about creativity, and that is purpose and intent. Because if you go out with the purpose, I am a photographer, and my intent is to tell this story or come away with a great photograph. I'm on assignment, even if the assignment is from me, and I'm going to come back with the goods just like a pro does. That's the mindset, right? Because a pro has to come back with the goods. You have to come back with those images, right? There's no choice.
Yeah.
But we have to carry
They're not
that.
going to like it if you don't.
You have to carry that into your own photography. You have a purpose and you have an intent and you make it happen.
Yep.
You know, probably a third of the photographs in this book were shot with an iPhone.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
You know, they're in there. And it works just like a regular camera, even easier.
Hey, I'm going to give the second half of my thing.
All right,
Let's
go
hear
for
it.
it.
We've been sitting on the edge of our
sit
chair.
on it.
Well, the reason I'm going to say is because Joseph just put a comment in there that is actually exactly what my comment is. So Joseph Bruno is going to back me up on this. So what I was going to say was one of the things that I've done that helps me when I'm on location, like tomorrow, for example, when I want to shoot a particular look or a particular thing, I will go to Pinterest.
Yeah.
I will make a private board and I will go and look at other photos, not that I want to copy,
Right.
but the style of what I'm trying to create. So I might have 40 beauty headshots, or I might have 40 landscapes or whatever that are inspirational. So when I'm there and I want to kind of get in the zone, I do get inspired by looking at other photographers' works. I'm not stealing them.
No.
I'm not trying to make their same shot because I don't have their same subject. I don't have the same hair, makeup, or any of those things. I'm not in the same location. I can't steal their photo. But I am
we're all doing
inspired.
that.
Well,
We're
I know to some extent.
inspiring. We're
Right.
using it as a component.
But I'm like, this is getting me in the zone by looking at them, and I keep
That's
them.
an awesome tool.
I keep them on my phone
Yeah.
in the Pinterest app,
Yeah.
and I look at them while I'm in the middle of the shoot, and I'm like, wow, yeah, this gets me. And also, sometimes I can look and go, I like this kind of lighting, and I like this kind of composition, and ooh, I should try getting a little tighter like this. And you're not going to make their same photo. You don't have their same subject.
You don't need to.
Period.
But it's like looking at
Right.
a cooking show and getting inspired, right?
Right,
Or
and
listening to
that's
music.
what Joseph Bruno
Yeah.
says. I used to keep what we called a steal file,
Yeah.
work from magazines that we liked that we would try to duplicate.
I do that with Evernote because I can take the picture and it stores it right in Evernote.
I gave up on Evernote.
I still use it. I mean,
Because Apple's Notes app, which is free,
does it do the same thing?
It does pretty much all
does
it.
the same
You can
thing.
put photos in there. It does all.
It
It's-
really
it's
doesn't
like
matter as long as you have a
free
convenient
Evernote.
way. But no, Scott, that's what we started out talking about, is that getting that inspiration and you use it in your own work.
And don't think that, so a lot of times people that can be highly creative in those moments without looking at a pad or looking at it, it's implanted in their brain is all. Some people have images that they can sear in their brain and they can see stuff. So it's not like
It's not me.
It's not like you're
You got it on-
they're unique. They're just their brain's wired different, where they got that visual storage device.
Yeah, my brain does not have a visual storage device.
Yeah.
But what's weird is two things. Number one, how I was able to take one tip and stretch it through my whole show.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty
Number
amazing.
two is that this was actually very helpful to me, this
There you go.
episode. Thank both of you guys.
Hey.
I got one other one.
It
because
has made me think about some things.
I
it's
got one
good,
other
Scott.
one because I think this is on my list, and this is one that's cool because I think if you do this, it could make you money, right? And it could help you with
Inspiration,
your creativity.
creativity, and money all together in the same place.
And I was just talking to a friend the other day where he's saying, I really just need like an inspiring project for this year, but I can't spend the time on it because a lot of times time equals money and all this stuff. So why not, if you're looking for something to get creative about, take for the next year and every day give yourself a quick assignment to shoot one photo for stock.
Brilliant.
So at the end of the year, you would have 365 or
Stock
so
photos.
stock photos, but each day kind of just give yourself I will make a stock photo today. And just start kind of maybe venturing out. And some days you're going to put more effort into it. Some days you're just going to shoot a sign that says caution, but it might
It's a
sell
stock-
on stock
it's a
photo,
stock photo.
and stuff. But it would
Not
get
a
you
bad
starting
idea.
to look around the world and saying, what could be a stock photo? What
That's a
could be?
good one.
And it
That
would
could
start
work.
getting. So, anyways, my friend was like, "Yeah, you know what? I should probably do that." And I'm thinking about doing it too because I'm like, "Yeah, that could be pretty cool." It would help my creativity every day. It would give me again more stock photos in my stock photo library. You just go on Adobe Stock. You can watch Terry White's class on Kelby One. Set
Yeah.
up your Adobe Stock account
Boom.
and just start doing it. And some days you might find yourself shooting 5 or 6 photos, but just shoot one every day.
Yeah.
Before we go, a couple of important things. First, Mark, where can people learn more about you?
The best place is go to silberstudios.com. You're going to see all my different links. You can find me on YouTube. You just type in my name, Marc Silber. Make sure you spell it M-A-R-C.
Yep.
S-I-L-B-E-R.
S-I-L-B-E-R.
Silber. Same thing in Amazon. You can find my books on Amazon. Just type my name in, Marc Silber. Those are the easiest ways to find me. Same thing on Instagram, Marc Silber. It's easy. Just use my name.
There you go. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Marc, thank you for
Scott,
being
my
on the show.
pleasure,
Number
Eric.
3, your third time.
Boom. Yeah. Do I
Thanks for
get a
coming.
special medal or something?
On the 5th time, you get a jacket.
Yeah.
But it's not a nice one.
I'll be back next week.
All right.
We're going to rock
All right.
this.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks to our crew here
Thank
at
you.
Kelby One. We'll catch you guys next week. Big show next week.
Creativity
Big show.
2020. Okay. I want to hear about it.
Boom.
Yep.